The Philadelphia Eagles may have gotten themselves a little baby Alshon. We'll see if he lives up to that potential. Brendan Albert is here. I am Adrian Fedke. It's all about J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in our latest installment of the Eagles Draft Film Room.
The third pick for the Philadelphia Eagles, actually the second one in the second round to be exact, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, big receiver from Stanford. We're going to talk a little more about his skills, but I think one thing that's really interesting, Adrian, about his skills, he does come from the son of two professional basketball players. So a little foreshadowing here of what kind of skills we're going to talk about with him.
Major foreshadowing. And if he played basketball, I'm sure he'd be a great offensive and defensive rebounder.
I agree.
There you go. A little bit more foreshadowing as, you know what? Let's just pop it up right there, right now. Let's show it to the people.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, so you're going to do the share screen this time because last time I tried it, I lagged very bad. So we'll see how this goes. Now, we don't need to slow any of these clips down. We'll just let them all kind of play itself out. But we're going to show the boxing out ability, the body control, how he can go up in the air, snatch the ball, strong hands. I'll let Brendan take over from here because he knows a lot more about it than I do.
That's really what makes him special as a player, his body control and his ability to make sure that he uses every bit of his frame to his advantage. As Adrian kind of talked about, a lot of these clips, not a bunch to talk about here. You're just going to see a lot of good examples of him using frame. I think this is a good one here in Notre Dame we're going to see. Does a nice job here at making sure that he creates that outside room. As you can see, we get the corner leverage. Leaning. Get the leverage. And now once I get hip to hip with you, you can see the height advantage. You can see the arm length advantage. It's game over. You don't have to be a very good quarterback here. As long as you put the ball in the right place, good things are going to happen.
Yeah, the hip strength there just, again, box them out, literally. Now, this is just a poor play on the ball by the cornerback, I thought.
It is, 100%. But again, I mean, the fact still remains, he is one of those guys where 50-50 ball is probably closer to 60-40 for him. And this is the great example, especially on this end. This is going to be an awesome example here of him, again, doing the same thing. We call this stemming at the top of your route. When you get right to here, you're going to notice his next two steps are going to be inside. And again, what's he doing? He's just trying to create that leverage for the outside ability right there. That's just enough. And then again, let's just go put the ball up where the little kids can't get it. Yeah,
he's trying to create that room so he can get to the back corner of the end zone and have enough room so he's not near the sidelines.
100% right. Yep, 100% right, Adrian. Again, same thing here. Just put the ball up here. I'm going to go get it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, not an issue whatsoever. So I think we're going to get – oh, no, this is – okay. This is the natural hands of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, this out route. And I love how he just snatches this ball out of the air. Not a body catcher, and you love to see that.
You do. You want to make sure that you're really strong with the hands, being able to catch the ball at full extension away from the body. And it's tough a lot of times to see it in film, but when we talk about guys that have really good, strong hands, you want to see as soon as that ball touches the fingertips, is the ball stop rotating. Because the ball stops rotating, that's what we talk about hand strength. Sometimes you'll see guys, the ball rotate a little bit here, and that's something that, isn't ideal, but for JJ, really strong hands as far as getting that ball to stop rotation on a dime.
And that's something we see from Alshon Jeffrey as well. The way he just like a shark just snatches the ball right out of the air. All right, next thing we're going to look at. I love his footwork at the line of scrimmage. His releases, extraordinary, I think. I think he's really good in this area. So his release and then the ability to go vertically down the field. This is J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's game.
This 100% is, Adrian. His two best abilities, his 50-50 ball using body control, and the next best thing is his release ability. So press coverage, things like that, no concern here for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. As you'll see here, does a really nice job, again, kind of stemming, getting that inside release, and then it's easy money from there.
Short, choppy steps from a guy that size, too. Just so agile.
Exactly right, Adrian.
Left him in the dust. And then we're going to see another clip, basically the same thing. So, all right, so we see him, he's wide open. Well, we're going to see why he's wide open in a second.
Again, hey, we talked about this, not elite level talent here in the Pac-12, but, does a really nice job. Stem, boom. Woo! Now it's easy money. Again, it all comes because of a great release.
Man, a little Plaxico in this game, huh?
I got another comparison I'm going to use in a second here, Adrian, but this is
we got some blocking now. We got some blocking. Oh,
It's one of those things, man, like we don't talk enough about blocking for receivers as much as we should. I mean, because anytime you have a home run hitter at running back, Sanders, you need good blocking on the edge. It doesn't happen. Home run guys can't make everyone miss and run away from everyone unless you have guys who are willing blockers. I love this. This is so fundamentally sound work we're going to see here. Does a really nice job here at the bottom of your screen at getting square to where the defensive back is, and take the defensive back where he wants to go. If he wants to go outside, cool. I'm just going to get shoulder to shoulder with him, and I'm going to slide, not cross my feet, and take him where he wants to go. If he wants to go inside, cool. I'm going to take him inside and let my running back make a decision. But once that defensive back makes a decision, I'm going to take him there in a hurry. I'm going to take him there a lot faster. And as you can see, full arm extension, and this causes the big play.
Absolutely. So one more thing to look at. Okay. So the weaknesses, I mean, we'll just get into it real quickly. Anything laterally where he has to break outside, just not too great at it. So we're going to see him in the slot here, and you'll go back to it. Not a lot of suddenness coming out of that break.
Yeah, that's the one thing, Adrian. I said lateral explosiveness is something I'd like to see him do a little bit better of a job at. He's got really good releases, a really nice job. But laterally, when he needs to make that move, I would like to see a little more suddenness, a little more explosiveness. Not elite at that yet, but you know what, Adrian? Most route runners in the NFL aren't elite when they first come into the league anyway.
He kind of does, like, he loops it off instead of get that sudden lateral cut to the left.
Yeah, and you know, Adrian, I'm not totally like that upset about it, especially on that route. A lot of times that route comes down to the depth of where the overhang safety is or the corner is. So sometimes you will kind of cut it off a little. But I think the fact still remains is his lateral explosiveness isn't elite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trying to find examples of it. It's tough because he wasn't asked to do that a lot. He used more get upfield, jump ball, that sort of deal. So he's not asked to move laterally.
Mm-hmm. Now, the player comparison I made was actually Davante Adams here from the Green Bay Packers. And I see a lot of similar things. When I think about Davante Adams, what I think about him. His releases, in my opinion, are arguably the best in the game. I think he's top three as far as
the best in the game in terms of the release. I agree.
Yeah. If you want to talk about like him, Antonio Brown, guys like that's fine. Yeah. But he's in that conversation. And I think that's the biggest thing that JJ brings to his game is his release ability. Really, really good, just like Davante Adams is with body control. Not an elite level athlete burner, but certainly more than enough to take the top off the defense. So Adrian, I 100% see this guy being someone who could develop into a number one, if nothing else, or really find number two for a team who's got a whole bunch of weapons all over the field.
My immediate reaction when I saw this pick, Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, Alshon Jeffrey, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, all in the red zone. And you think about where the game is going, every team moves the ball in between the 20s. So it's about efficiency in the red zone. When they won the Super Bowl in 2017, number one red zone offense. Well, now you're trying to get back to that by bringing J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in here.
100% right. We're not looking for field goals. We're looking for touchdowns in the red zone. And, Adrian, you bring in more and more size out there, it just makes it harder and harder for you to match up with everyone. And you give at least one guy on pretty much any given play a jump ball situation, whether it's either of your tight ends or either of your two starting receivers. Any of those guys probably are going to be the tallest guy in their respective matchup.
Yeah, and that's what you're kind of looking for because – everybody's going to be huge. You're looking for the mismatch. Who's that smallest defender covering one of those four receivers? And that's the matchup that you're going to attack. Now, the only thing about this is Carson Wentz, if there's one ball that he can't throw right now, it's the back shoulder fade. And that jump ball, he doesn't put that looping trajectory on it. He throws a flat ball. That's the one thing I need to see from Carson Wentz moving forward, especially if you draft another 50-50 guy.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that my counterpoint would be a lot of that is coming down to chemistry, right? And when you have injuries that don't give you a full offseason, that certainly will take away a lot of that timing and that chemistry that comes into those back shoulder fades and those 50-50 balls. So I hear what you're saying, Adrian. I'm not terribly concerned with it because I do think long-term he'll be able to get that. Again, we just got to get healthy to give ourselves that opportunity to improve at that chemistry.
Oh, long-term, it will definitely happen. That's why you progress as you get older.
That's right.
So there you go. All right, That's it. That's it for JJ Arcega-Whiteside. You want to plug your podcast?
Yeah, guys, if you've been enjoying listening to me all off-season here, you can check me out at Burton TD. We have our own podcast. You can find us on Apple Music and on Spotify.
There it is. All right, that's Brennan Albert. I am Adrian Fedke. We're out of here.
Appreciate it, guys.
Anything else you want to say?
All good.
Good?
Appreciate it.
All right. Go Temple. Just because. See ya.
See you guys.